I have a quest today to find the coolest things before the sun goes down. And today, maybe one of the coolest. I am standing on the baseball field of the Lorton prison. How awesome is that? Look at this. Right here. Guard towers that would guard prisoners on this grass right here as they play baseball or kickball or anything back in the day. This prison was decommissioned in the late 90s because of how many, number one, prisoners escaped. And there were a few. One escaped and was caught in my yard, which was just several miles down the road here. That was back in the early 90s. And one was a very infamous escape where they caught him in the mid-90s all the way out in Arizona. And he escaped in 1988. That also was something I remember while I was living out this way. But this right here, look at this dugout. Look at this. Look at that. Prisoners would sit right here. Wow. This is too cool. Look at this. Right in here. People would sit to watch the game. Back in the late 90s, Lorton was decommissioned as a prison, as a federal prison. And it was closed down and prisoners were shipped out. The last of the prisoners were shipped out. Oh, I don't even have it facing towards me. Sorry about that. Last of the prisoners were shipped out in 2001. And they're starting to build. They're not tearing down the prison. There's more prisons over there. But they're turning them into lofts or condos. So you'll be able to buy and live here, which will be a jail cell back in the day. But now you can live in there for probably 6 figures. It just baffles the mind. Oh my gosh, but how cool is that? But we're not done yet. We're still going to venture into the prison. Join me. I'm not entirely sure what this building was, but this is also on the campus right here in Lorton. I mean, wow. None of these buildings you could get into, they all have no trespassing on them and protected by Fairfax County. So some of these, I'm going to keep a very safe distance. But how cool would it be to get in there? The history. This looked like it may have been a chapel. I mean, what do you think? And it's right by one of the guard towers right over there. Remember, if you pissed them off, they would shoot at you. Man, let's go over here. Take a look at that. I'm amazed that I made it on here. This is actually an art. Right now it's an art gallery called the Workhouse Art Gallery. You should check them out. It's really cool. But some famous prisoners that were here at this prison dated back to 1917, where it was called the, let me make sure I get this right, the Washington Sentinels, which were a protest group of all women fighting for women's rights and their right to vote. This prison is where they were housed in the women's dormitories, and they were tortured for their protest back in 1917. Then the president demanded an investigation into a prison reform and justice system because people were being tortured here. People were being, some were being killed. But it's just to learn about that is very heavy hitting if you think about it. But here is where, that was back in the 1917s. Other famous prisoners were Chuck Brown, the artist, and also Petey Greene. And if you don't remember who Petey Greene was, he was a civil rights activist. He was a radio DJ, and he also, if my investigation, or when I searched it up, was clear, when the race riots in D.C. occurred, he was responsible for bringing everything to a calm. So he was actually telling people, get off the streets, calm down, and let's chill. That's really cool. I'm going to do a video on Petey Greene very soon. He is in these areas, in D.C., in the D.C. area, he is a icon. So, but look at this. What do you think that was? Oh my God, the fence is open. Look at this. I'm just blown away that I'm back here right now. Now, I was back here once before, once the prison was shut down. Back in, actually, it was 2002. 1 year after the last of the prisoners were transferred to other prisons. And the creep factor on this place was high. But all these areas that I'm walking around was enclosed. All right, I'm gonna walk away here for a sec. So the fences are open and it looks like it's barricaded. There might be someone in there. I don't know, I'm gonna get away from there. Just to be on the safe side. See, look at that. There's another fence open. It also says this place is monitored by the county. And the county has an office up here, which used to be, I believe, the superintendent house, where the warden would stay. It was also a house of a general from the Revolutionary War. So that also was really cool. But now we're gonna go this way. We're gonna check some of these places out. Look, you come up here, there's a nice little picnic area. Man, I'm telling you, when I was up here last, I forgot to finish the story before I noticed something over there. There were 15 feet brick walls at least around the whole prison. It was incredible. Here, look at this. I'm gonna see if I can get it. Look at that. You can look right in there. Let me see if I can do that better. Look at that. You can look right through there. Now, looking at this, take a look. It's all over the place. Sorry for how much it's jiggling. Look at this. It has smokestacks right here. There we go. It has smokestacks right here. And on the backside, there's more smokestacks. And looking at this, I believe was a boiler room for the prison. Look at that. Good Lord. If anyone likes to tour abandoned properties, hit me up. This is a mecca of abandoned properties. But when you come here, you have to remember that you're in hell. Look at that. Welcome to hell. And there is no God. is amazing. That's the next house we're going to right there. Prison intake. Oh my gosh. How creepy. Look at this. Well, there's Bozo the Clown. Somebody made a haunted house out of this? Look, it's welded shut, but that window is open. Oh. That was pitch black in there. Did you see that? Holy cow. I guess the favorite thing to do when you come up here is grab a rock and hit the windows out. Look at that. Wow. Dude, I am stoked. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's like pews. I am going to use my front camera. The other camera I have keeps cutting out, but look at this. You got pews in there. Look. Wonder if I could get in there. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look in here. Oh man. This looks to be the education center. I'm gonna get out of here because there is a county official driving up and down here. But my God. Whoa. What do you think these are? You know, when I first saw them, I thought they were turnstiles to get into the prison. You know how they have those big iron turnstiles that you walk around, like start here, walk around half, and come out. But they're enclosed all the way around. There's some type of grate on top of the thing. Whoa, look at this. Can't smoke here. So this is the gym area, it looks like. Yeah, lockers there. Look at that phone. The idea that we may live forever is lost if we don't act upon it. Wow. I want to know what the story of that is. Who painted that? Looking in here, look. There's a big love sign right there. Virginia's for lovers. We're coming out the back side here. The smokestacks are there. How creepy is that? I am in a prison area, and right there is a police helicopter. Thank God it's not coming over this way. Now, what I'm about to show you, just to get a little bit of, context about this prison. I don't know if I mentioned it before. In one of the videos I did, I think I deleted it because there was bloopers in there or something. It was just, I didn't like it. There was background noise. The helicopter was over us at the time, and it just drowned out what I was saying, so I deleted the video. But what I was explaining is there were 3 different types of security prisons. Lorton, when it was opened, Roosevelt wanted to use it, Theodore Roosevelt wanted to use it as a low security prison. And then in 1917, you had, I guess it wasn't being used as such, so they had an investigation over the president was in 1917, which I believe it was Wilson, I'm not entirely sure. It was Woodrow Wilson. They had an investigation into prison reforms and how to make prisons better, where people can learn. And here, this prison was designed as a college campus, and I'm about to show you that right now, about what I mean by that. And this is also the area where they put businesses, and they're going to put lofts and everything else. So, I mean, people are working here. People are walking by this window right here, which is a museum for artwork. It's kind of crazy. But right here, look at this. So I'm using my iPhone camera, so I have to stop the video and restart it. But take a look at this. Look at this. This was the part of the prison that would have been used for classes, dormitories, classes, and things like that. All around here. There's a nice little courtyard. It boggles the mind that they're using this for businesses now. It's kind of crazy. Look at this. Prisoners will be walking all through here. And one of the cool things that I read about this is you had the youth section right here when back then youth prisons were under the age of 21, 18 to 21 or something like that. And then on the other side you had more hardened criminals on the other side as the population grew in the prison. So they kind of mixed together, and the whole idea for prison reform, were this to be used as a low security prison, went out the windows when the population just grew in the area. It's kind of crazy. And you can research this yourself. I was looking Lorton Reformatory. I am standing where many, many prisoners would have stood. And these businesses, look, there's a business right over here. There's a glass house is what it's called. There's another business here. Look, all businesses. And supposedly they're going to turn them into, some of them are going to be, they're museums right now. But they want to turn them into condos. So you can buy, you go in this walkway, and there'll be condos on either side. I might have to cut this video short. I'm gonna wander around the property a little bit more, but I am definitely being noticed. So until I'm being asked to leave, I'm gonna get what I can as videos. So, plus the sun's coming down. How cool would it be to be out here after dark? Oh my gosh, it would be creepy. Look, it's the studio right there. Look how far back it goes. I'm gonna try to get in there. It says it's opened. It worked. We're gonna walk down and take a look at this hallway, which used to be an old Lorton prison. Take a look at this. This would be jail cells back here, but now it's an art gallery of beautiful, beautiful art. Look at that. Look up there. That is crazy. Good, how are you? Wow. Wow. This is absolutely a phenomenal experience. You just see one all the way in there. I was talking to one of the artists in there. By the way, everyone in there was very talented. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous artwork they were doing. This is an art studio. Everything in here is an art studio. And where the women's prison is they built townhomes and condos, and I'm assuming because that was just a little bit, there was torture there, a lot of torture, so I would imagine they would just want to get that part of history and tear it down and not build anything on it. But there was townhouses down there where the women's prison is. Maybe we'll walk through there and see a little bit. But these are all supposedly men's barracks. All through here. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Walking through there was amazing. They redid everything, but they kept the old architecture. I mean, it was awesome. But anyways, if you're also in the area, come down here to Lorton and pay these artists a visit. Buy some art. But I'm gonna come up here and possibly buy some art later on. It's really cool. There's very, very talented. There's a lot of talented artists in there, and all the barracks are. I thought I was being followed. All right, let's go explore some more.